Off with the old, in with the new. Welcome to another episode. In this one, we get some new shoes from Kumho. 295 7018s. Wow. And what's this? The 300, registered as a panel van with windows and seats. Bit of an update out of Brian's on how my transfer cases are going. Some footage of Bullet even before it was caged and only on 35s. It's a couple of things to talk about. Hey, and I'm sure people are saying I told you so. It's track day. The YZ. Wait a minute. Why is the YZ on the trailer? And why is 395 on a Husky? We find out why Nicholas is pushing a Husky with his race number on it at our local club. Oi, get back here. Off with the old, in with the new. And we finally get the awning replaced on the Junko. 14 pages of instructions. Oh, I don't think I should have done that. Let's start at the beginning. Alright, so we'll unsecure the passenger door. Got to do a little bit of straightening of the cage this morning, if we can. The straight panel police have hit again. Okay, so last episode you saw me take out the transfer cases and Brian in the meantime has dismantled them. Now unfortunately, no warranty from Marlins or stock. So Roadrunner to the rescue. They've express posted me out a set of Trail Gear 47s. We get the cross member looking like new again for when it's ready to go back in. Breaking news! Man breaks into garage and steals rare artwork out of a suburban home. Last seen fleeing on foot in thongs and a singlet. Check out that ding. Look at this guy. No glasses, no blonde bits of hair in his beard. Now this is round one up in Queensland of Tough Tracks in 2014.
Left hand down! Woohoo!
So that's where the bruise came from. Oh, now what? No! So the only good thing about that tie rod being at the back of the diff there is holding the funnel for no oil spillage when we do our changes. So yeah, when we put this 80 series front diff in, Brian did magic to get the knuckles to suit leaf springs. But I'm afraid the tie rod behind the diff with the ram for the steering, it's posed me problems since day one of having it set up this way. I'm forever getting stuck on it and hitting it. We really do need a fix for this. So stay tuned. Upcoming episodes. So our collaboration with Kumho Tyres goes into its third year. And this set, we get to test out their all-terrain tyre. So we've had the MT71s. We did that big 7,000k trip up north. And we've been running the 33s on the factory rim. The 295 7018s ended up being a 34.3 inch tall tyre by 11.6 inches wide. So even if we were able to get them under the guards, a different rim would have been needed for your full locks, your turning. But we did have a couple of questions on the tare weight of the 300. So as you can see here on the rego paper, as it was weighed a few days before we picked it up from Toyota. But if you do a Google search on this vehicle, look how it's registered. It's registered as a panel van with windows and seats. And yet Toyota refused to let us tint the rear windows on the back, saying that only vans are allowed to be tinted dark back there. Now, a job that's really needed doing, and I've continually put it at the bottom of the list. I guess the reasons for that is A, I've never done one before. First thing you pull out of the box is 14 pages of instructions. I haven't got time to read these. Now, I don't even think it took us an hour to get it done, and thanks Shell for lending a hand. So common sense and a little bit of the building industry knowledge in the brain, and it was easy as. So a couple of transfer cases on the ground here, and yes, they're split. So that's how old people do it. What I'll do is I'll put the front 228s in first with the adapter, and then I'll stick the back one that's got the 47s and the rear disconnect in two pieces. This is going to get done, and it should be a lot easier on this old body. I get the opportunity to grease up that front shaft. So this was a custom one made up by Hardy Spicer out at Liverpool a few years ago now. Outstanding, this shaft. The full length male and female PDO shafts, 80 series unis. Another decision I'm going to make and change. At the moment I've got one solid trail gear mount and a factory Toyota one. Now it's still quite harsh, there's not much movement, you do get a lot of vibration through the floor. What I'm going to try this time is two of the Toyota ones. In goes the liquid gold, the Penrite 8140. We're ambassadors again for 2024. Privileged and grateful. Time to get the cross member in. It's heavy and awkward, but probably not as hard as it was to get that back case in. Now I still believe that this is a temporary fix. I really want to set up an Atlas, but in the meantime, we'll run this with the standard 228s in the front case and the trail gear 47s in the rear. As soon as Marlin get their 47s back in stock, we'll be getting a set of them. I just feel that they're stronger. It's going to be the last thing I want, attacking a big monster hill, thinking, oh my god, I can't put my foot flat, something might break. But with the Atlas, what I'm going to need first up is an R150 or 151 5-speed. That's got the 23 spline for the adapter needed to run an Atlas. First look at the clean skin Bullet. We'll load it up. Kids and I are going to go for a wheel. We'll have some footage of that in the next episode. Couple of things to discuss. A, those tyres for the 300 are too big. Yes, people told me you can't get 35s under a GRsport without lift. So option 2 was to try and get some 18-inch rims for the 79 and do the test. And we can't find anywhere reputable that does 18-inch rims for a 79 series. And the people we've spoken to said, well, they're not load rated. I had in that meantime organised suspension for this 79. So all the aftermarket mobs, you ring them up and you say, I want a 2 or 3 inch lift for a 79 series with the 4-cylinder auto. Oh no, you can't do it. Different load rating, we can't sell you anything, the kits haven't been made yet. So together with my parts guy, we've established that yes, Toyota's awesome, but B, they didn't reinvent the wheel with this front end. The part number on the coil for the V8, my 2022 model V8, and this one right here, same part number. It comes out of Japan. Yes, the motor's 100 kilos lighter, but they didn't need to change the coil for that, and nor do all the aftermarket mobs for their new suspension kits. So I put a winch under the front of this. So I was looking for a 2-inch coil, you know, maybe up to 50 kilo, rating at the front. Now it's not going to change it dramatically. So I had that organised. I had a nice 300 kilo rear leaf organised. 82mm thickness was the pack. Factory packs 78. Put all that on hold because we're going to show you why. Now you've just made that rim look good. I hate to say it. But we'll be taking the 300 with the motorbikes to Tamworth for a good few days of riding. We're going to be scouting out another venue for a drive till you drop, a round 2 for this year. We'll get to feel what the tyres are like on this run to Tamworth. A couple of facts about the Kumhos. While I've had the MT71s for a good couple of years now in all sorts of terrain, still running them on this vehicle, is that they're number 2 in Australia for sales. Yeah, number 2. And you know, when you compare the brands that us four-wheel drivers use, they're going to be the cheapest. So you may not get as many Ks out of them, but bang for buck, believe you me, you're getting a good tyre, if not the best value for money. So I'm really excited to see what these ATs go like. Nick suggested a 285 6518, so that works out at 32.6 by 11.2. So I thought I'd want to squeeze just that little bit more out of it, get that little bit more height, fill that guard a little bit more. The Kumho came back with an in-between size of what they're taking back and what Nick suggested, and that's a 275 7018. So it's a 33.2 inch tall diameter and only 10.8 inches wide. So it's very similar to the width she has now. But that's on paper here. So in real life, sometimes these numbers aren't as close as what you think. And we saw how close those rear ones were to the inner guard on the ramp. Pulling up here at CarTech Tyre and Auto, we get to see these new shoes in real life. $885, $952. Have a look under here. Not only is it so clean, but look how heavy duty everything is. Off with the old, in with the new. Now you've just made that rim look good. I hate to say it. It's a big tyre. Boom! Menai, here we come. It's fine, look, it's got miles of room. What are you worried about? Bring on the 295s. Oh, we got to drop it, do we? First drive on the AT52, steering wheel is as it was with the factory tyre. They're quiet, they're responsive. We're at 1,360 kilometres. We'll do a bit of a review on them in about 8,000 Ks. But this upcoming trip we're towing the bike trailer with the 3 bikes out to Tamworth for a good few days. That'll give us a chance to test the AT52s at highway speed on dirt roads. And thanks again to Kumho tyres. And when you think about it, we've just put a tyre a touch bigger than a 33 on a stock 300 no lift. Whereas on the 79 to get the 285 7516s under it, which is a bit smaller than these, we had to cut that front bumper. Now I feel like I'm done with testing on the 33s in this vehicle. We put 10,000 Ks on it. If I haven't broken it then, I'm not going to break it with 35s. I feel that this box is geared well enough to push the bigger shoe. And then we've got a high country run. We're going to be taking the Jayco in the 79. We'll be having to go down on 33s. It's a shame. Would have loved to have towed the Jayco down into the high country on the 35s. But the 300 looks awesome. the load rating on these Kumhos is way more than the factory tyre. So we're running 38 psi in these Kumhos, the AT52s. We've gained 25mm in height from the original measurement taken just before the factory tyres got taken off. Stay tuned, we've got plenty more action right across the range, from the 300 to the 79 to the LM106. We'll find out next episode how long Nicholas lasts on the Husky, what his thoughts are.
What's today?
It's Toyota Chocolate Day.
Good day at the track today, kids. You both rode awesome.
Ready, steady, go.
1, 2, 3.
It's so good. He broke it wrong. He broke it wrong.
It tastes like a 4Runner.
Forerunner. Mine tastes like a LandCruiser.
I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, thanks for watching.
Thank you.